Hi, welcome back to the Babu 101 channel. So for today's topic, we're going to do the parable of the prodigal son. And by the way, for today, I'm Melantia. I'm going to be speaking for this video. So before I start talking about the parable, let's see what happened, why the reason why Jesus was telling the parable. So Jesus was sitting with the sinners and tax collectors. And back in those days, tax collectors were seen as like sinners because they often were not fair with their means of money collection. The Pharisees and the scribes came to Jesus and complained that he should not be eating with the tax collectors and the sinners. So then Jesus told them a total of 3 parables, and one of those parable where is the parable of the lost son, which is also known as the parable of the prodigal son. So the parable goes like this. There was a man who had 2 sons. One day, the youngest son came to his father and asked for his portion of inheritance. The portion of inheritance is the portion of money and land the son gets that is passed on from his father. So has the youngest son asked his father that his father provided it for him, and the son went far away to a faraway country. He lived his life as a prodigal, and a prodigal is when someone who spends their money with to silly things. They like they buy silly things, and it's not really necessary for your life, and goes around recklessly. And he wasted his money and his years. Soon after, the land he was living in went into famine, and no one helped him. They didn't give him food, any money to buy food. He remembered his father's house and how even his father's servant would have plenty of food to fill them up with energy. So he decided to go back home and beg for forgiveness from his father, and would ask his father to live his life like a servant in his home. When he said these things to his father gave him the best robe they had, a golden ring, and sandals. He bought out the best calf of all the calf they had, and they all ate very merrily, and they were all overjoyed because their youngest son, came home. While all these people were celebrating the comeback of their youngest son, the older son saw all of these things and got jealous. He asked his father why would his father throw on a party when his son got home while his oldest son was working to him like a servant and wouldn't let him get the best calf to eat with his friends. But when his brother came home from wasting his life as a prodigal, they were feasting. His father said that to his oldest son that the youngest son was once dead and now alive. He was once lost and now he is found. So this parable was a response to the Pharisees and the scribes. In the parable, the prodigal represents the sinners and the tax collectors. The oldest son represents the Pharisees and the scribes, and the father represents Jesus. When the Pharisees and the scribes spoke to Jesus, they make it seem like they're the only ones that are worthy of his presence. However, the true message behind this parable is that Jesus our Lord is waiting for us sinners to come to him and ask for forgiveness. He sits and eats with sinners because they have lost their directions, and he's going to lead them back to the path they should be going in. He's waiting for outstretched arm and will rejoice when we all come back to him. There is no specific group of people that is worthy of Jesus' presence. So in this video, we will be linking a Google form down below in the description box. It's like a short quiz, and they will ask you some questions about the topic we discussed in this video and any Bible points you want us to pray about. And you don't, by the way, you don't need to do it. We're not forcing you to do it, but if you want to, you may. I hope you learned about this parable from this video. Remember that Jesus is waiting for you to go to him in times of trouble and let him guide you through everything. So if you like this video, please like and hit the bell button to get notifications of new videos we post. And please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Thank you.